Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's going to join us. Make sure we are officially live. And, oh, I don't know. Are we? Yes, we are. Okay. For a minute there, couldn't find it. All right, just going to share really quick with. There we go. I think we are now official. All right. Let's see who's coming on here. And while we do that, again, I just want to say thanks for coming to join me. Got some fun things today to share with the Rustic Crate Bundle. Let me switch the camera over so you can see better. All right, it's the Rustic Crate Bundle, and it is a stamp and die set. It is a photopolymer set. Today I did put out that little post to see what did we like better, photopolymer versus the cling red rubber, and photopolymer seems to be the popular choice. And I have to say, I think I kind of lean towards the clear photopolymer myself. Some things I do like red rubber for, so I really can't say that I really truly have a favorite. But I guess I do lean towards the clear photopolymer. And what makes me say that is the last spring mini catalog. Stampin' Up! Had a couple of different stamp sets, such as the, I think there was the geese, and there was another one or two. They offered them in both red rubber and photopolymer, and I ordered photopolymer. And I guess they kind of did that as a little test to see where the people kind of allegiances kind of lied, something like that. Anyway, photopolymer seemed to have been the most popular, and that's what carried over into the annual catalog. So there you have it. Photopolymer is the winning choice, and this happens to be one of those photopolymer sets. It is good for two-step stamping. You can see through them. You can see where you're positioning things. This set happens to be really cute. It's got some really cute extra dies on top of the ones that cut out the images. We have this hello. There's the crate. You can build a little crate. You have the little garden gloves here. It cuts out both gloves at the same time. You have the little pieces to make your crate. Then there's the little label piece. I did not use that tonight, but that is really cute. You use this piece to make your bottom, we'll say basic white piece. And then you would have like a little frame that you could do like in the metallic, like the gold or silver, to have like a little frame around your label. And like for you fits perfectly inside of that on that label. So that's it. So we're going to go through some housekeeping things. I'm going to lose this here brace. I cannot stamp or pretty much do anything with it on. So I have it off more than I have it on. Hey, Arlene. So glad you could join. First off, I want to say yesterday I did do a post, a selfie Saturday, and to share, your favorite product, and I didn't require a selfie. You could just post what your favorite product was. Didn't seem to be a very popular post, but Nancy Woji did let us know what her favorite item was, and it was pretty much everything, which is about like how I feel. So she is going to win a package of Stampin' Dimensional. So I'll be getting those out to you, Nancy. I know you probably will watch the replay when you have time, because I know you've got a lot of family things going on right now. But just so that you are aware, you'll have some Stampin' Dimensionals little happy mail coming your way later this week. Stamp September tutorial bundle. For anyone who places an order with me using the current host code, $50 or more automatically gets the September tutorial emailed out to them. I did send out today. Those who have placed an order so far, hey, Barb. It is also available in my online tutorial store for $20. So for $20, you can purchase it. if you choose not to place an order. Otherwise, it is free with a $50 purchase. So for those of you who have done that, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. World Card Making Day is coming up. That is on October 7th this year. It is a Saturday. Their Stampin' Up! Is going to host an online virtual event. It is going to feature this here new set. It is an online exclusive right now. It's called the Heartfelt X Hexagon Bundle. It is actually going to be featured in the upcoming spring mini catalog, but you can actually order that early if you are participating in the World Card Making Day. It's got this fun hexagon punch. Excuse me. And then this coordinating stamp set. And that is the feature set. But they do give you a couple of other options. If you don't want to purchase this set, you may already have one of these in your arsenal. So either of these circle sayings or earth and textures would very easily translate into the projects that they are planning to do with us. There's a list of supplies here, and I will, if you're a member of my VIP group, I will put this in the files section. Unfortunately, Facebook does not allow us to add files into our business pages. It's just not an option. But in our groups, we are able to do that. It is a feature. So if you go to the VIP group, within the next 24 hours, you will find that I will have everything related to World Card Making Day uploaded, so you'll be able to access that stuff. So pretty easily. Special release designer series papers. They are available now online. It is an online exclusive. Some beautiful papers, very holiday oriented. We have the Christmas paper. We have the one that coordinates with the translucent florals that you'll find in the mini catalog. With the old-fashioned Santas. And then there's this here fall metallics that is really pretty. This has got the like a gingham pattern, but you have Lost Lagoon, copper clay, and I forget the other color. But anyway, very pretty. We are in the October Paper Pumpkin ordering subscription period is what I want to say. Excuse me. This one is going to be Home for the Holidays. It is going to feature 8 cards for each of 2 different designs. You're going to get coordinating envelopes. You're going to get a real red Stampin' Spot. And they're going to include a full bottle of glitter glue that'll add some sparkle to your designs. You're going to have beautifully detailed pre-cut pieces. And of course, a photopolymer stamp set, which is still a big surprise. None of us gets to see what that's going to look like until it's released on October 11th. So you have until October 10th to get subscribed if this one does interest you. And I hope it does, because Paper Pumpkin is a really fun little surprise in the mail every month. All right, let's see if I can't get this stuff all out of the way here. Oh, there we go. All right, fun cards tonight. Well, this is not cooperating. Let's try this. There we go. Fun cards. Again, featuring the Rustic Crate. First one up is a fun fold of sorts. It's not really definitely a fun fold, but it's 2 cards in one. So the front, you have this little card here, and then it opens up like so. So it's your standard card, but you have a little extra. Now, I did not do that because I'm featuring specifically the Rustic Crate, but if I were just doing this for my own personal stamping, I would have also grabbed my pick of the patch and added a pumpkin or 2 on the inside here, just to add a little extra decorative touch to it. But check out this cute card, and we're going to do this little crate, which is a 3-dimensional crate. It actually creates like a pocket that your little produce there sticks in. And we have the little garden gloves tucked in there. And it says blessed beyond measure. So that's card number 1 we'll be making tonight. Card number 2, we did more of a Christmassy theme. And I used some of that new Christmas paper that's in the online exclusives. And we made some pearls with the, oh, goodness gracious, the pearlized enamel effects. So that's that, but I love that gingham. Hey, Deb, glad you could make it. And then we have this here card. This one says also for you. And we brought in the online exclusive dies, the stitched, I forget what they're called. Goodness gracious. I don't know. They're called the Radiating Stitches dies. So we brought those in. So we're going to do this one as well. All right. So we're going to start with this one, which is our card in a card. So we have all of our pieces. We start off with a basic card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5, or yeah, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And I need my bone folder here. Just going to go ahead and press that out. Hey, Sue, glad you could make it. Then I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. This is from the Halloween pack. See that? And these little, there's actually supposed to be little bats, but it has more of like a gingham pattern, and I really liked it. So we're using it. So this is cut 4 by 5.25. And that goes on the front of our card base. Just like so. Next, I have another card base, so to speak. This one here is cut 9 inches by 3 3/4. And then I have it scored at 4.5. So we're going to go ahead and score that. So again, hey, sis. So again, 9 inches, 3 3/4, scored at 4.5. So again, it's a half. Then I have 2 pieces of Very Vanilla. These both measure, let's see, 4.25 by 3.5. So they're going to sit, wait, and I gave you the wrong measurement. This is 3 1/4, not 3 3/4. So it's 9 inches by 3 1/4. So then this is 4.25 by 3 inches. So that's the right size. So you have one for the outside and one for the inside. So we're going to go ahead and put our inside piece in. So there's that. And then this will layer right on top. But before we put that on top there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp our sentiment. And I also have, before I get too far ahead, I do have another piece of Very Vanilla. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's for the inside of our large card base. So we'll go ahead and add that in so it doesn't get mixed up in everything else here. So this goes to the inside of our large base. So again, it's just kind of a fun card because it's, like I said, a card within a card, or 2 cards for the price of one. Something like that. Okay, so there's that. So now I am going to bring in my sentiment, blessed beyond measure, and we're going to use Early Espresso ink pad. Ink that up. Kind of center that. Make sure it's straight. Just like so. Now we can go ahead and add this to our card front. There we go. Next, I did go ahead and cut this out ahead of time. I cut out the 2 pieces of our crate, and I'm going to show you. I used this here piece to cut out that, and then this one cut out this piece. So you need both pieces. And when you look at this thing, it gets a little confusing. But if you lay it the way it's supposed to go together, you kind of see how it goes. So normally your fold lines, when you see the mountain is where you're folding, but on this one, it's actually you're folding toward the valley. So you're going to fold your little tabs. And then there's 2 more tabs here and here. Okay, now let me use a little liquid glue. Glue dots would also work here pretty well too, but these are so tiny, you really don't want to use your sticky strip there because it'd be too wide. I'm going to add a little glue to all those tabs. And then, let's see, probably easier to start here. We're just going to lay everything down and hold it for just a second till everything sticks. And now you'll see it makes like a little bit of a pocket, but you have your little crate. Is that not the cutest little thing you've ever seen? Let's see if I can get it up there a little bit better for you. My lighting's not great tonight. But that's your little crate. Whoop. So now we're just going to add some adhesive to the back of it here. Just like so. And now that's just going to sit right on our card like so. So now you have your little crate. So now we can go ahead and we're going to add our adhesive. And we're going to go ahead and center this on our card front. Have another scrap of Very Vanilla. I have my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then we have our image of our pumpkin and sunflowers. I'm going to go ahead, get these all inked up. Oh, hey, Kay. Glad you could make it. Okay. So then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to stamp this image onto our scrap. Just like so. And then I did use my Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh my goodness. Got them on the brain here. I used my Stampin' Blends. Let's see. See if we can find all of our colors here. I had the Old Olive, light and dark. Then we had our, Lemon Lolly. Then we used our light wild wheat. We used light pumpkin pie and light Cajun craze. And I used from the skin tones there, the SU 400. And that is for the center of our sunflowers. So that's all I did for the sunflowers is I took this and colored them in. Then I took the light lemon lolly and I just filled in the petals of our sunflowers. And our corn. Used the wild wheat and just kind of came out from the center of my sunflowers, and then I just kind of added a few dots of it into the corn. For the pumpkins, I took the light pumpkin pie. I just kind of like filled in the pumpkin. And then I took that light Cajun craze. Followed by more of that pumpkin pie. And colored it in. And through the magic of television, we have our little centerpiece here. We're going to get these out of the way. Oh, goodness gracious. And for these, I'm going to take some dimensionals and just run them across the top here. And those just snake down inside your crate, just like so. Then I had already cut out from some Scrap Cajun Craze our little garden gloves. So these are all cut out. And they cut out at the same time. There's two gloves and they're both in the same direction because usually when you stack your garden gloves, you usually put them palms together. And I think that's what this was meant to be. Because I've seen a lot of people like complaining, well, they're the same. They should have been two separate. But I think it's because they're supposed to be garden gloves and it's supposed to be just a stacked, like you would normally put your garden gloves when you take them off at home. So it's to have that same look. So that's why they're going in the exact same direction. If that bothers you, you can absolutely flip one over and now you have two hands. But I kept them like so. And then all I did was add just a little glue. Tucked it down in there. And another little bit of glue. And that is card number 1. Oh, not a problem, Sue. I understand. So anyway, I thought that crate was really cute. And there's different ways to use that, but that was the one way to make it an actual 3D crate. All right, so moving on. So even though that was like 2 cards all in one, it actually went pretty quickly. Especially if you didn't have to watch me color all of it. All right, card number 2. This is our poinsettia crate. Or I don't know. How do you say it? Poinsettia? All right, so I have a cherry cobbler base, and that is 11 by 4 1/4, and we have it scored at 5 1/2. I have a basic white panel, 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of that I think it's called Shining Christmas. One side is a matte pattern. The other side is that shiny metallic with Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler. And that measures 3 3/4 by 5. And I have a deckled circle that I die cut using the 7th smallest. If you're counting from the very smallest out, it's number 7 circle. And it's got the deckled edge. So if you can see that. There you go. The deckled. Love that deckled edge. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold our card base. Oh, you know what? I don't have my scrap basic white. All right, we're going to have to go ahead, add our designer series paper, and then I'll have to grab a piece of white because we need to be able to die cut our crate. Oop. Okay, and then this will go on the front of our card base. Okay, let me just grab some scrap white. All right. So for this, we need our crate front image. And we're going to use, again, our early espresso ink pad. So we're going to ink that up. There we go. Clean this. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad you enjoyed card number 1. Okay, so there's that. Then for the poinsettia image, we're going to use our basic or Memento Tuxedo Black ink again. And for this one, I colored using the light and the dark cherry cobbler and the light and the dark mossy meadow, both of which I need to replace because my markers are starting to really show some wear and tear on those tips. So I am not going to sit here and color this in front of you and make you watch me. So through the miracle of television, we have our poinsettias already colored and die cut. Because like I said, my tips are really bad. But we do need to cut out our sweet little crate. So we need to find our dies. So there is a die that coordinates with that crate front, and that is this one right here. And I know I brought over, there it is. There we go. Set this aside here for just a minute. So we're going to line up, and I have here my little Post-it tape so we can make sure everything stays aligned. So we're going to there we go. All right. There's our little crate front. There's that. So now we have our deckled circle. I'm going to go ahead and grab some dimensionals for that. So we're just going to add dimensionals all the way around. And I shouldn't be pulling these off. I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Put those back on. All right, we need the 4U. And we need our mossy meadow. And that's going to go down here in this little, there we go. Now we can go ahead and pull those dimensional backings off. And that's just going to go on the front of our card, just like so. Then same thing, dimensionals. Well, thank you, Kay. And now that's going to sit just above the for you. Now for our poinsettias, again, just along the top. You can add a little bit of adhesive down there at the bottom if it would make you feel better about its security. And that's just going to sit. I got a little crazy with that adhesive there, so now it's poking through. So you just want to curl that back on itself. There we go. And now you just want to add that to your card front there. And then to finish it, I'm just going to use these pearlized enamel effects. This is real red, but it still looks good with it. Oh, my plates are falling over here, so let's get those over here so that they're safe. I always like to tap and get the enamel effects down to the bottom. These do take a little bit to dry. And I ended up having 4 because I mistakenly had a big space between. And I really only wanted 3. So we're going to do 3 on this one. And that looks definitely better. But there you have it. There's card number 2. It is a very versatile set, Kay. I completely agree with you. All right, so we're going to set that aside so those little pearls dry. All righty. Next, our final card. This one here. Again, super simple. This one, I have I hope it's in here. I know I cut one. We have a Mossy Meadow card base. It's 11 by 4 1/4. Then we have a piece of the Wild Wheat. That's 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. This is in the mini catalog, and I can't think of the name of it, but it has the it's part of the suite with the modern oval punch. And then we have some of this gorgeous Designer Series paper that is still unavailable, but due in, I think, early October. Is that All About Autumn? I'm using the green side. And I did not, I know I cut my rectangle, but I don't know what I did with it. All right, we're going to cut another one, I think. But anyway, so here using the Radiating Stitches dies. And I'm going to have to go cut another piece. I'm using this here, the second smallest. So this would be the number 1 smallest. This would be the number 2 smallest. And we're going to go cut this real quick. feeling my shoulder is going to hate me before this night is over. Okay, here we go. So there it is. We now have our radiating stitched rectangle. I also have a radiating stitched heart from that same group of dies, and that's cut from the wild wheat. And then I have just this portion of the crate cut. Just need this piece. I didn't need the whole 3D part of it. And I went ahead and cut the handle for our crate. So that kind of just attaches like so. So we're going to go ahead and start putting our pieces together. So we're going to start with adhering our designer series paper to the wild wheat. Well, thanks, Barb. This isn't going on straight. There we go. Did I? Yes, I did. I need that. Okay. Now I'm going to add my All Out Autumn piece. Right over the edge. That curl. If you ever have your adhesive run over the edge like I just did, you just curl it back on itself and it'll be all good. All right, so this is cut 3 inches by 5 1/4, and that just fits right there in the middle, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and add it. Well, let's fold this in half first. Getting ahead of myself. So last night, Mr. Tucker had Mommy up all night long. Something spooked him. So he did not want to sleep. Needless to say, he's been sleeping all day today. He just better make sure that Mommy gets some sleep tonight. Because, of course, Bruce worked double last night. Crossing our fingers he doesn't get stuck tonight. But anyway, he kept me awake all night long. 4 o'clock this morning, he finally let me fall asleep. Needless to say, I wasn't amused. All right. Now, this time I have the, I don't know, I guess greenery or foliage or these little bundles. And we're going to use our Mossy Meadow ink pad again. Once I locate what I did with it. Here we go. Oh, jeepers, I stuck my... Well, look what I just did. I totally ruined my pearls. I stuck the dies right on top of it. We will have to pull that off there and do that all over again. Oy. That goes with my day. Anywho, needless to say, I'm operating on about 3 hours of sleep at best. All right, so now we're going to take our stitched piece here, and we're just going to go ahead and stamp our little greenery on there. The little bundles. Yeah, he was such a naughty. Did not let his mama sleep. All right. Next, I have here my little blender pen. These are good to have on hand. And I'm just going to go in and I'm just dragging some of that color out and into the image. So again, it's not a heavy coloring. It's just grabbing some of that ink before it dries too much. And I'm not even trying to be neat about it. I'm just getting them leaves a little bit of tint. And then to clean that, you just take your tip and you scrub it onto your scratch paper until it's clean again. Easy peasy. Okay, so there's that. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our adhesive to our little crate. Lay that down. And I got to find I did have some scrap early espresso here to make our little brackets. I must have left that over there too. So now I did, when I cut this out, the little handle, I did make sure I put adhesive sheets on there just to make it easier. Ugh. And that is very sticky. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we can go ahead and add some dimensionals to this. We're going to add that to the front of our card, like so. Now, let me grab some scrap early espresso that I had over here. I brought it with me. There it is. Just need a little piece, actually, because what did I do with those dies? You'll see right here is these little straps for your crate. And we need it cuts out both of them at the same time. So there they are. Put those back on their little sticky there strip there so we don't lose them because they are so tiny. Now I have two little strips here. One is taller than the other, so the taller one goes towards, I think, the front. Yeah, I think I did it wrong the first time. So the shorter one should go in the back. And the taller one, or no, the taller one does go in the back because it is longer. So I did do it right. And then this goes towards the front, like so. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue. Because again, these are just so tiny. Oh yeah, he loves his mama, all right. I don't know. And then somebody was target practicing or something around here, and he's petrified. So I've been having a heck of a time getting him out today. He does not want to go out. So I have to like bribe him out there. Then, of course, then the crows were out. I've never seen so many crows in my entire life. I think we had probably 500 crows in our yard this evening. Just before 4 o'clock, maybe they were out there. And I mean, there had to be 500 of them. The sky was black. My yard was black at first. They were all out there crowing and hooting and hollering. That scared them. So I had to take him outside so we could see it was just birds. And even then, he was petrified, and he jumped in my lap because I sat down in the rocking chair out there thinking he would, play for a little while because he usually loves it outside. Not today. Not yesterday, but whoever's target practicing, I hope they're enjoying their target practicing because he's not. Okay, back to our mossy meadow. And again, I'm using that For You. And I'm going to stamp it right inside of our little Radiating Stitches heart. Like so.
Sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. It looks like an issue with the router and Echo device, so try restarting them.
Every time
then plug the router back
the stupid Echo device decides to talk during our live. Every time. Okay, so there's that. Now, what did I do? I know I put it... Here it is. I knew I brought it over here. We have some twine. This is the linen thread, actually. Yes, it was like the movie The Birds. It was crazy. Never seen so many blackbirds, crows in my entire life. And they're huge. Yeah, apparently she does want in on the video every week. Every week. All right, so I just doubled it. Going to tie it into a double bow here. And I forgot to bring over my glue dots, but we'll just use some liquid glue. Not a problem. Trim that down. So we'll just put a little bit of glue right there. And that little knot will sit in that. And there you have it. There's card number 3. all featuring the Rustic Crate Bundle. So there's card number 1. And we'll just show this one being the other one we ruined our pearls. Card number 2. I know, Deb, the crates are pretty cool. And again, it's a really fun set. So you have, the fall, you've got winter, and then you've got, this could be spring, summer, any season, however you want to color those. So really this goes beyond just a holiday set. So it doesn't have to be just for the fall harvest. You can do Christmas, or you can do just every day. And your sentiments, blessed beyond measure, that can be, again, used any time of the year. Good things take time for you, and every day with you is better. So again, nothing holiday season specific about the set. So definitely something that you could get a lot of use out of. Aw, thanks, Kay. I'm glad you like them. Thanks, sis. Well, I hope that did inspire you to pull the set out if you have it. If you don't have it, I hope it does encourage you to consider it, because again, it is a fun set and has a lot of potential. A lot of parts to the dies that I didn't even get into. There's other pieces, so definitely a lot that can be done with it for sure. Okay, friends, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I am going to go put my brace back on, and then, well, I'm going to take my shower first and then put my brace back on and relax before I have to start all over again for the week ahead. Oh, thanks, Barb. Glad you liked them. You are so welcome, Kay. I thank you guys all for joining me. I really appreciate you so very much. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And I will see you next week. Bye for now.